My name's Patrick Wilkes-Krier. I'm one of the instructors at the Kendall Academy of Golf here at Miles of Golf. If you're one of the new golfers in the game, there's a lot of terminology to brush up on. I want to go over some of the basics. Let's start with the bag. You got woods, and you got irons, and you got a putter. A driver, a lot of us know that's actually one of the woods. 7-iron, 8-iron, those are obviously irons, and even a pitching wedge and sand wedge are technically irons, and then you have your putter. Obviously, golf ball, golf tees, golf clubs, that's all part of the equipment. Now, if you go play golf at a course, they're going to have 18 holes, and there's a front 9 holes, and there's a back 9 holes. Some courses only have 9 holes. And those holes are different lengths. And those lengths have a different expected score. That expected score is called par. So the shorter holes, par 3s, medium length holes are par 4s, and then the longest holes on the course are par 5s. Now, as a new golfer, par is going to be a tough score for you. But if you play a par 5 and you get one score worse than par, that's called a bogey. So like a 6 on a par 5. If you do well and get a score 1 better than par in a hole, that's called a birdie. That's like a 3 on a par 4. 2 better than par, that's an eagle. That's like a hole-in-one or an ace on a par 3 or a 3 on a par 5. As you get worse, we have double bogey, that's 2 worse than par, triple bogey, quadruple bogey. Let's avoid those. When you're on the course, you're going to hit your first shot from the tee box behind the tee markers. And you're probably going to be trying to hit your shot into a fairway, which is a shorter cut of grass out on the golf course. If you miss the fairway, it's surrounded by a longer cut of grass called the rough. Ideally, we're going to move from the fairway and then onto the green, where you're then going to putt it into the hole, which also has a flagstick or a pin. Now, whether you're hitting shots on the golf course or here on the driving range at Miles of Golf, there's terminology used to describe the contact with the ball and the curve of the ball in the air. So if you're trying to hit a shot and you hit ground first before you hit the golf ball, that's called a chunk or a fat, not desirable. If you make a swing and you catch no ground at all and you hit kind of the middle of the ball and it shoots out low, that's called thin or blading it. And then one even worse than that is if you hit the top of the ball, that's called a top. Now let's say you make good contact, get it up in the air, we have words to describe the flight. So for a right-handed golfer, if you hit a shot and that ball starts curving left to right, that's called either a fade, a cut, or a slice. Fade being a small amount of curve, cut being a little bit bigger, and slice is the big one. If you start curving it the other direction, so for a right-handed golfer, curving it from right to left, that's called either a draw for a small amount of curve or a hook for the big amount of curve. Hopefully this gets you started, so whether you're either playing or on the driving range, you kind of understand the lingo that's going on around you. Good luck.